Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Hey, got a course on this about when to let go, but wanted to do a video on it because one thing I've been noticing, and I've been seeing this a whole lot lately, and wanting to touch on this, and that is just when you're in a relationship and you come to this place where you want to be together, you want to move forward, but you can't really let go of the past. When you get to that place where you cannot forgive and forget, that's when you need to move on. Because the offender does not deserve to live as a prisoner to his or her past. And the person who was offended, the victim, or we'll just say the person who was offended, does not deserve to live as the warden of someone else's prison of past mistakes. And so you have to understand and ask yourself, do I really want this relationship? Do I really want this relationship, or do I want this person to be sorry for what they did to me and to kiss my butt for the rest of my life for doing what they did to me? Because when it comes to making a relationship work, it takes two people. So one person has to show that they are sorry for the things they've done, and the other person has to show that they forgive the other person for the things they've done. And if you cannot forgive and you cannot get beyond that, then you have to let it go. Because otherwise, you're just blocking each other's blessings. And the crazy thing about it is that's exactly what a lot of people want to do. You want to block the other person's blessing. You just don't want to see that other person go off and be with someone else and be presumably happy with someone else, because you feel miserable because you're holding on to an offense that did not take breath out of your body, that did not take anything from your life. You're holding on to this offense. And if it did take something from your life, if it did change your life, then you shouldn't want to be with the person anyways. But if you do want to be with the person, then you got to forgive and forget. And understand this. When I say forgive and forget, I don't mean that you're not going to remember what they did. What that means is that you don't remind the person of what they did. And I'll be honest with you, it's hard for me because my wife is emotionally intelligent, and she's a woman like any other woman. She feels. So it's been time when we building our relationship to where I'll be looking around, we out and about, and I'll be looking around and I see my old set of hams. I see my old set of hams and I lock in on the old set of hams. And I'll be honest with you. And this is what a lot of times, I don't understand this with women. I do not understand how and why women who notice handsome men and look at handsome men cannot understand how a man could look at another woman and notice another woman's beauty or body. I just don't understand that. Like, it's so many times in my life I've talked to women and they just, oh, he looks at other women. He noticed her butt. He noticed this. And I'm like, he has eyes. Okay, yeah, he's going to notice her. He also noticed that man right there. That man got bigger muscles than he do. He also noticed that man driving a Maserati. He gonna notice that woman booty that just walked across him. But it's like so many women wanna, like the man just supposed to be Ray Charles all of a sudden. No. Now, it's totally different if he sees her approaches her, walk up to her, start hitting on her, trying to get a number. But if he see her, and I think that's what my wife started to realize with me, is that I see every man, every woman, tall, light, dark, short, big, slim, petite, heavy set, light set. I see everything. Now I ain't gonna look at no woman and woo, hey baby, look at her, girl. That's how you need to get your body. Woo! I'm not gonna do that. But do I see her? Yeah, I see her. I got eyes. Do I see him? Yeah, I see him. It's human. But sometimes in a relationship, it's so many people upending their relationship over human nature. Now, it's not human nature to go sleep with somebody. And a lot of people argue that it's human nature to sleep with more than one person. A lot of people make an argument that monogamy is not realistic, that not cheating is not realistic. It's psychologists, doctors, therapists that's doing TED Talks saying that it's not realistic for you to be with one person and be faithful to that one person for the rest of your life. These professionals who got doctorate degrees saying this. So understand now, ask yourself, so you really finna just end your relationship and just be arguing and bickering and complaining over y'all looking at people passing by you? Come on now. You got to get beyond that. You got to get beyond that. And you have to understand what really matters in a relationship. And that's one thing I learned from my wife. So yesterday we was in the grocery store and there was a young lady, walked past us. And the young lady now, one thing a lot of Caucasian women do is they wear really short booty shorts. And where we at, I always notice that for some reason, this particular type of woman have on short shorts. And so young lady walked past us and you could see a little hint of booty meat hanging out the shorts. We was in the grocery store. So I seen it because she walked right past us. And I looked at my wife because I know she saw it. So I know she was getting ready to look back at me. So the young lady was over here. Okay. It's a section of meat right here. We walking past the meat. So I got this meat right here. Turkey, ham, bologna. And I got this meat over here. And my wife right here in front of me. So I saw my wife. And she went to looking back, trying to get. And I saw that later, and she was like, okay, yeah, I think we need to go over here. We looking for this over here. She wanted to go this way. Now me, I'm peeping everything out. I said, she trying to get me from behind this here set of cheeks. So when I seen my wife looking at the corner of her eye, you hit me, I'm looking at this ham and bologna like I ain't never seen ham and bologna before. I broke my neck. I'm ham and bologna. Oh, what? It got preservatives? Oh, I'm reading the packages and everything because I saw this woman walk past with her booty cheek hanging out. So I made a conscious effort now to look away. Did I see her? Yes. Did my eyes kind of want to see what was going on? Yes. That's human nature. Now I remember talking to one of my boys. He faithful. He 100% he faithful to his woman. And we'd be out on the road working. He worked with me. And he'd be noticing women. And I start telling him, I said, listen, bro, I saw you see that over there. And you said, hey, bro, you seen that? I'm like, bro, I can't be looking at these women now because I could look at a woman and she might know who I am from online. Because that done happened. That has happened to where I see somebody, okay, like the flight attendant I saw. The flight attendant was pretty. The devil was like, yeah, go on get some lustation in. Go on get some good eye contact in. And then the Lord was like, no, close your eyes and go to sleep. I closed my eyes and go to sleep. I woke up. Their flight attendant had wrote me a letter and put it on the thing and say, Mr. Gaskins, I just want to thank you so much for your YouTube videos and for the work you and your wife is doing. Now, do you imagine what would have happened to my witness had I been sitting on there making eyes with the flight attendant the whole flight, sitting there in my chair? Watching her walk up and down the aisle, and she knew exactly who I was. She didn't tell me. See, this is what I noticed. Women don't tell you that they know who you are because they want to see if you really about that life, if you really live that life. See, the Lord gave me the wisdom to know that a woman will know you exactly who you are and will not let you know that to see if you're going to holler. And the Lord put that in my spirit to know that. Every man ain't going to have that kind of sense. Every man ain't going to know that. But what you have to realize is that when you're in a relationship, you dealing with human beings. You dealing with human beings. So if I see a man coming, and it look like he got some muscles on him, or he looking, tall. I'm 5'10", so he's 6'4". Guess what I'm doing? I'm getting me an eye full of my wife. I'm trying to see. Okay, let me see. All right, yeah, you always want to catch somebody in something. You want to catch somebody looking at something. Let me see what you finna look at. And I try to see if them eyes gonna cut over there and see. Women see men too. Women see men. And here's the thing. It might be something like I literally might be looking at a woman's shoes to see what kind of shoes them is so I can get them for my wife. My wife might be looking at a man jeans to see what kind of jeans them is so she can get them jeans for me. Like, it's certain people that you may honestly just be genuinely a people watcher. But we literally will upend a relationship over something so petty. And then we'll stay in the relationship and be bringing that thing up forever. Be bringing it up forever. Listen, it's time to let go if you can't let go of what was done to you. If you cannot forgive, if you can't forgive and forget, and what I mean by forgive and forget is to not remind the person of what they did. If you gotta keep reminding your partner of what he or she did, you have not forgiven them, you have not healed, and you need to let them go. You need to let them go so you can grow. You need to let them go so the two of y'all can heal and go on by your business. Meaning, let him or her go, live their life, be with who they're going to be with. Because obviously their presence sickens you. Their presence upsets you. Their presence offends you. So let them go. And then if you the offender and you did something wrong and your partner can't get over it, I'm going to tell you like this right here. If I cheated on my wife and got caught cheating, I probably would leave the relationship. You know why? Because I wouldn't want to have her live in the prison or having to be with somebody who cheated on her and she caught them cheating and she got to live with that reminder over and over. But you know what? It's so many people. I remember saying that years ago and somebody was like, how you gonna leave after you did wrong? And what that question represented is that so many people want to be a prisoner to past pain. So many people want to be hurt me softly, hurt me gently, kill me slowly. That's so many people choose that lifestyle, that I'd rather be with you and resent you and argue with you and call you out and remind you of what you did and make you be a prisoner to your past pain than to let you go so I can heal and grow. So many people will rather be in a slave relationship. When you're in a relationship like that and y'all got past pain, look, I done made mistakes in my relationship. My wife done made mistakes in our relationship. You know what? You know how we work? You know how we working? We don't remind each other of the past mistakes. We don't sit there and bring that up every 6 months. We don't sit there and argue about it. If you chose to stay, shut up. If you chose to stay, shut up. If you can't shut up about what you hollering about, then go on about your business. Let the relationship go. If you can't get over it, you shouldn't be in a relationship. If you can't get past the mistake that happened, the choice that was made, even if you don't want to call it a mistake, the choice that was made, let the relationship go. Because guess what? Every human gonna do something. It might be tell a lie. Okay? It might be cheat. It might be flirt. It might be a DM, a message, direct message. Somebody asked me, what do DM mean? It means direct message on social media. Might be some inbox flirting. It might be some work-related flirting. To where your partner work somewhere that you don't work, and then they have a company event and they bring you, and you see your partner making eyes and you feel some awkward energy with somebody of the opposite sex at their work picnic, and you like, okay, what's going on here? All right. And then you get home and get to the bottom of it. Now you got to make a decision. All right, how we gonna work through this? And if your partner cannot convince you that they are not doing anything, that they have healed, that they have changed, that they have grown, that they are a new person, that they don't want to hurt you, they sorry for hurting you, they'll never hurt you again in that way, if they can't convince you, then move on with your life. Move on with your life. You got to be willing to let go so you can receive something more. So you can receive what's really for you. Because what is not for you is a relationship with you screaming, yelling, fussing, cussing, arguing every month, every few months. The last time me and my wife done yelled was 2009. 2009 was 2020. You hear what I'm telling you? That's what a relationship is. A relationship is not screaming, yelling, arguing every month, even every week. Because when two people love and respect one another, and it takes time to get there. You don't just love somebody overnight. So when you don't truly love that person, when you're not in love, you're going to do some shady stuff. You might tell you a couple lies. You might step out on the person because you're not fully in love. That's human nature. That's every relationship. That's every relationship. It's going to be some offenses, whether it be with words or with deeds. It's going to be some offenses that happen. Typically in the first 2 years, 3 years, it's going to be some stuff that happen. You may be in a relationship. You may get married and then find out something happened while y'all were engaged. And it's because the person you with did not fully love you at that time. I got to get going here. I got some coaching. I got 2 more coaching calls. But so you have to understand this. So ask yourself. And my dad told me this years ago. My dad told me this in 2007. Okay, 13 years ago. And all these relationship books and all this were not back then. He said, son, you have to love as if you've never been hurt before. So you're going to get back with your wife. You got to love as if you've never been hurt before. I say, woo! Woo! Can you imagine loving like that? Can you imagine loving with a clean slate? You hear me? Wiping the record clean. This person has no past offenses. Can you love like that? As if this person that you with is perfect. They have no offenses. See, you got to throw it into the sea of forgetfulness. The way God forgive you, that's how you got to forgive. And if you cannot forgive this person, that means you need to forget this person. See, it's two kinds of forgive and forget. All right. This from one of my books. Might be Make It Work. If you ain't read A Woman's Influence, please read this here book. It's going to bless you now. And after you read that or listen to it, it's on audio book. Make It Work is the other book. But I think I talk about forgive and forget in my book, Make It Work. Two kinds of forgive and forget. One is when you're going to stay in a relationship. That means you forgive your partner and you forget, meaning you don't remind them of the offense. The other kind of forgive and forget means you forgive your partner. You relinquish them of all power. You relinquish, you take and let them go. All right. You release them and you take away the power that they had to make you a prisoner to your pain, to their past mistake. You let that go. You forgive them and then you forget them, meaning you move on with your life. You cut it and you move on with your life. And see, each person gets to decide what their deal breaker is. And I can't tell you, it could be physical of you. All right. Try not to say that word on here. Could be emotional of you. Could be financial of you. Social of you. Okay. It could be any one of those things. Verbal. Or it could be, for you, it could be your person flirting and talking to someone else in front of you or in the DM. Whatever. It may be that. You get to decide what your deal breakers are. But if you're going to break free, let it go. Don't let it go and then come back just so you can get some more arguing in. A lot of people want to come back, but then still want to be arguing and holding the person hostage to their past mistakes. You can't do that. That's not healthy because you literally killing yourself and killing them because of that stress, that toxicity in your bloodstream. You cutting your life short. Who want to live like that? Who want to live like that? Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Move on with your life. Move on with your life. It's not necessary. You hear me? It's not necessary to live like that. So you got to get to the place to where you can take and move forward. Let the relationship go. And I met my wife when I was 21. I got married at 23. You already know I did some stupid stuff. You already know I said some stupid stuff. You already know it. But you know one thing I love about my wife is when I said I'm sorry and I'll never do that again. One thing I know about her, she never remind me of it. She never remind me of it. She never say, oh, you remember I'm 36. You remember when you were 23 and you sent a Facebook message to that girl? Never brought it up again. And the reason why is because, and I say, why you why you like that? She like, what's the point? She like, okay, if it's that bad, I'ma leave. If it's something that's that bad, I'ma leave. But if I'ma stay, I'm not gonna keep bringing that up and keep reliving something like that did not end my life, change my life. I'm not gonna do that. That's not fair to myself. And it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of breath when you could be having good moments and you could be building. You still talking about the past. So if you so focused on the past, you need to let the relationship go. Because it's not serving you. It's hurting you. It's breaking you down. And that's what you got to realize and understand. That It's time to let go if you can't continue to grow with this person. Sometimes you got to let a person go so you can grow. If you stand, it's not serving you, all right, it's over with. Point blank, period. And you got to come to terms with that. And if you are the person who you committed the offense, but yet you keep having to relive this every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, then you need to leave. And boy, now that upset the person who was the victim. Woo, that upset the person. What? How are you telling them to leave me when they hurt me? Guess what? Don't nobody, regardless of their mistakes, regardless of their past choices, don't nobody deserve to live as a prisoner in your prison of pain because you refuse to grow, because you refuse to heal, because you refuse to mature. Look, you don't get the right to just hold on to pain and hurt somebody else with your vitriol and anger and disdain and mistreatment. That's not fair to that person. Because God forgive. God forgive you. Now what if God pull your rap sheet? Oh, okay, you want to hold this person to the fire. Well, you holding them to the fire, but that's because they don't know you cheated. They don't know you been at the job flirting. They don't know you was in the Facebook inbox talking to your ex, flirting, talking about what you want to do on the microphone. Because they don't know about what you did. So you holding them to the fire for what they did because they got caught. But you forgetting about what you did. Where your heart at? All that you done been forgave for. You see what I mean? And now if you've been perfect all your life, and you ain't got nothing that God forgave you for, or nothing that you ain't get exposed for, you ain't get caught doing, then all right, you got to understand that everybody's not going to be perfect as you. And so you got to ask yourself, do you want to forgive an imperfect person and build love, or do you need to let the relationship go and wait on you a perfect person like yourself? You see what I mean? But we all imperfect. We all gonna make mistakes. We all gonna do things wrong. So a man may make a mistake by flirting, looking at another woman. The woman, her mistake may be yelling and cursing at her man, talking to him like a pile of bubble gum on the bottom of a shoe. So she may attack him, grab him by the scrotum, twist it to where it's about to make him pass out, and he may be emotionally cheating. Both wrong. It's just you sin differently. But ain't nobody innocent. And guess what? If one person sin this way and you with that person, then you 9 out of 10 times sinning another way, and y'all just sin differently. But you want to hold them to the fire for what they did wrong, but don't want to be held accountable for all the wrong and disrespect or whatever it may be you doing wrong. So what we got to understand is we all imperfect. We all gonna make mistakes. And we all gonna make bad decisions. And what you have to ask yourself is this a forgivable offense? Is this a livable offense? If you cannot forgive and then live with that person, it's time to let it go. If I catch my wife sleeping with another man, all right. Okay, doke, Lord. All right, I tried. I'm out of here. Got to go. Now, I was about to say, oh, Lord, I'm finna send you 2 more angels. You about to have 2 angels. But then I realized I got 2 sons. So I want their mama to be here for them. But son, hey, I'm going to have to see y'all on the weekends. All right. Maybe 3 months or 6 months, you'll be with me. The other 9, the 6, you'll be with your mama. But I ain't going to be here. Okay. That's a deal breaker for me. You got to decide what your deal breaker. Now, if my wife yell at me, that's not a deal breaker. She ain't never yelled at me. If my wife cursed at me, that's not a deal breaker. She ain't never cursed at me. She had reason to. Now, a lot of times women say, well, Tony, you never gave your wife. Oh, I gave her plenty of reason to. My wife just emotionally intelligent. But in her thing is, like, listen, if she catch me having an affair, like dealing with a woman on a regular, you know, in a full-blown affair with a woman, that's a deal breaker for her. You see what I'm saying? That's a deal breaker. But she ain't got to worry about that. She ain't never caught me in that. She ain't got to worry about me doing that. So she ain't got no reason to leave. Now, if I yell at her, that ain't no deal breaker. If I curse at her, that ain't no deal breaker. I ain't never cursed at her. I ain't never literally yell, because I really don't yell. I had a firm tone now. And she checked me on that. She checked me on that. I done did that probably 2 times. She checked me on that. Now, when I was young, under 25, oh yeah, I was in that Facebook inbox trying to get me some flirtation in. She checked me on that. Once she checked me on it, and I knew that she was strong enough, I know she's strong enough to leave, she ain't got to worry about that no more. I had to become a man. And guess what? I changed my ways. Let her know I changed my ways. Hey, here go all my passwords. Got my phone password, got my Facebook password, my Twitter password, my Instagram password, my bank account password. Got every password. Here go my life insurance. You watch Snap so much, you get me up out of here without leaving a trace. You've seen so many episodes of Snap. So you know my life insurance. You got my life insurance policy number. You know the company. So you get me up out of here, not leave a trace, and then go collect my life insurance. She got that much free reign, got that much trust. You know what I'm telling you? So if you created the offense, you got to give enough trust. You got to build enough trust so that this person, your partner, knows that you changed, you ain't got nothing to hide. Now, you can't create the offense, commit the offense, and then want to be secretive. Then want to be, no, you ain't get my social media password. That's an invasion of privacy. No, ain't no privacy, cheater. Once you cheat, you ain't got no privacy. Ain't no privacy, cheater. Bank account, phone, social media, social security. You ain't got no privacy. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got no privacy. You hear me? Everything turned over. Everything is evidence now. Why? Because you're a cheater. Because you is a cheater. When you cheat, you lose all your rights. You lose all your rights. Now, and then so what you got to do is you got to turn everything over so that you could build enough trust so that your partner don't feel the need to be invading your privacy, to be snooping all the time. But listen here. When you cheat on somebody, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You might be paying for that for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. You might be paying for that. You hear me? Good luck. Good luck. It's like you cheat and you get messy, get sloppy, you get caught up in that. You probably better off leaving. You probably better off leaving. Because in essence, you need to leave anyway, because if you cheated, then that means you weren't in love. And if